Hey beauties, this is Rain. I am the founder of Unfiltered Wings, and this is my podcast. And today I have Ramey, so I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey guys, my name is Ramey. I live in San Antonio, Texas, and I've been friends with Rain for about a year now. And thank you for having me on your podcast tonight.
Of course, it's so crazy. It has been about a year. We met last year
We did. We
on
did.
Pride Month.
On
Oh my
Pride
God, on
Month.
Pride Month. We met last
We
year.
did. We
Holy
did.
shit. It's been, oh my God, it has been a year.
Yes.
Do
We
you
went to that.
remember that night? Oh my God,
Let's not speak of that night.
that was like fun. We got so turned up.
It was
We
a
would not
good
speak
night.
who we were with, but we
We
had a
turned up for
blast.
sure.
Oh my God, that was like so fun. Like, God, I don't remember how I got home that night.
You got home safe, girl.
But it was fun because obviously we're here.
We're here, yes.
So I wanted to do this podcast.
Okay.
I know, like, you know my history.
I do.
You know, how I got into this like platform of
Yep.
Unfiltered Wings, and I really needed to find an escape. Not an escape, but more of a healing process.
Okay.
And I wanted to do it with something different. I know interviews, something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Uh, Obviously because I'm a people person, but when it comes to be on the mic on stage in front of like so many people, I get so nervous. So I was like, you know what? I gotta break out of that. I gotta find something that's gonna make it fun. So I was like, you know what? I was like, let me create Unfiltered Beauty. Unfiltered Beauty is going to I feel like it's gonna be more of connecting with just not myself, but more of our community on a different level.
Definitely. I totally agree. I think that Unfiltered Beauty has so much to come and so much to offer that these people don't even know what's going to hit them, honey.
Yeah, so I think Unfiltered Beauty is gonna be a really fun podcast, and
Yeah.
you are my first guest. So I
Well,
think
thank you
this
for having me on tonight.
and guys, where we're recording right now, we kid you not, like it is fucking raining outside.
It's 7 in the morning.
It's 7 in the morning. It is what time is it? It's like 7:27 a.m. Today is what day is it? Oh wait, it is May 30th.
May 30th. Rent's due tomorrow, bitches.
I know. So I know this interview, I want to make it fun. I want to make it not I want to make it fun. I want to see
Okay.
what Ramey
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. Well, let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
So, okay, so my first question, if
Okay.
you could have any superpower,
Uh-huh.
which one will you choose and why?
Hmm. Okay, I'm sure this is pretty basic, but definitely I would love to have either one or the other. Either super strength or the capability to fly. I don't know. I've always kind of been into those. How do you say it? Okay, let me break it down, I guess. I'm a huge fan of Captain America, and I think
Okay.
the strength from Captain America, but the flying from Iron Man, because those are probably my two favorite
Okay. I
superheroes.
think you have a fantasy for Captain America.
We
I
won't go
heard
there.
that.
That's gonna be for Unfiltered Beauty after hours.
I'm dead. Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Strange. So what is it about those superpowers that you feel that you can take away and apply it to your life?
So, for instance, Iron Man, he built his suit. He built his suit from scratch. He felt the need to take on what the world was throwing out at him at that time. If you take, I don't know if you've ever seen the movies, but like the first movie, like he found that his technology was being used and weaponized to hurt other people. And it's just like, for me, it's just like, I put that into perspective where it's just like, I want to take what I have and what I'm putting out into the world, and I want to take it and I want to make it better. You know me, that I have this thing for the homeless community, and it's something that,
Houseless. We use houseless now.
okay, houseless now. But the houseless community, there's so many people out there, and I wish I could use what I know, my knowledge and strength to
Mhm.
be able to put that out there and
Yeah,
be
for
able to
sure.
turn that into something positive for these people.
Good. That's awesome. I think that's a really amazing superpower to have. You know, I've always seen as somebody who is in our community and being out there getting to work with the houseless community. Of course, sometimes they do need a superhero
Yeah,
that is
and
strong enough for them and have that strength. And, I think those are amazing qualities. I've known you for a year. I think you're an amazing
well, I
person.
think you're an amazing
Oh,
person.
thank you.
Honestly, going back to that superhero question, I think I would have to take a little bit out of Rain from Unfiltered Wings.
Oh,
Um, Being such a big advocate in the community and hearing you speak and the way you advocate for not just the community, but just for people in general, I think that is a superpower itself. And
thank you.
I believe one day everything that we've taken in as people, as individuals, us, me and you, I think we could put that out into the world and we can fight the battle that people can't fight. And I think that's where I'm at right now. I want to be able to be strong enough to fight for these people because they can't fight for themselves. And I see that every day you fight, not just for yourself, but for others.
All
And I believe that that's something very special. And you have to be a very special person to be able to do that. And I think that you are blessed with that superpower.
Oh, well, thank you, love.
Of
I really
course.
appreciate that. I I never thought like being an advocate in like these past 5 years just really it's been an amazing journey and get to meet amazing people
Yes,
and
yes.
you know, I love helping our people. I think it's important
It
and
is. Even
when
being here, like in, I'm not going to say the organization we work for, but even working for our organization, I believe that like this is our stepping stone. Like, this is where it's like school for us. This is where we're learning what we can do and what we can
Oh
put out
yeah,
into
we
the world.
definitely this I think where we at and well a lot of people know where we work at. We
Yeah.
work at ARC.
Yeah.
I think it's an amazing organization. We get to be part of this community as well. And whether we stay here or we spread our wings,
Yeah,
we get to apply what we learn here
exactly.
and help others in different demographics. And I think that's what makes it amazing at
For
ARC
sure.
is
And I
that
also
we get those opportunities to help all different types of people.
exactly. And I'm for sure, I can say this for sure. It's like we're so blessed and lucky to have not one, not two, but multiple directors that like we look up to and that they're able to teach us what they know
Oh
and what
yeah,
they've
because
learned.
these are advocates that were while we were kids,
They were advocating
they
for
were ever
us.
exactly. So these are seasoned advocates
Yes,
and
and
the experiences that we learn from them is so amazing. And this is a really amazing place to be at
I really
and
do.
it is fun and
I'm
I'm glad.
AARC, y'all. 303 North
Ah,
30.
sponsored by Dark.
Right?
I'm just
Not
kidding.
sponsored.
Well, let's go on to my next
Okay.
question. What is the most unusual thing you've ever done on a weekend?
The most unusual thing I've ever done on the weekend. That's a good question. Honestly, the most unusual thing I've ever done is write down recipes from an old
That
cookbook.
okay.
Um, well, as my mom Mary Jane has passed, and she had a booklet of recipes that not that it was destroyed or anything, it was just it had a little bit of like, from being moved,
Tearwear.
wear and tear and whatever. So one weekend, I decided to sit down and rewrite everything by hand.
Do you still have that book?
Unfortunately, I don't.
Aw.
It's probably one of my biggest regrets is losing that.
But I'm sure you carry a lot of her recipes in your
Oh, for
heart.
sure. I mean, for how I love to get down in the kitchen,
Oh,
girl.
you can get down. Okay, guys, if you ever get the chance to meet Ramey and hang out, and if he ever just says, "Let me cook for you," let him cook for you. He can cook. You know what my favorite food is when you
Tell
make?
me.
Is a chicken enchiladas. And I have never, I was never a fan of enchiladas. And oh my God, like Even
It's
though
just you got
they're so good, they're so
it's
delicious.
just the love that I put into them.
Yeah, you do. You really do. You know what? You know what's so funny? I remember a few weeks ago. I know you. I can't remember exactly what you mentioned to me, but we were talking about how each of us. Oh, when you told me, I know how you are. Like when you show love in different ways,
Yeah.
and your love is through your cooking. Like that is when he cooks for you. That means he loves you. If he
Like I
cooks like
straight
shit,
up
he don't love you.
honestly, like, no, I thank you. That means a lot to me because like I feel like that's one way to show love is through cooking. My mom always taught me that whenever someone comes over to your home, you need to have something to offer them. You never let them leave on an empty stomach. And I think
Oh,
that
your mom sounds amazing. I wish I had the opportunity to meet
I
her,
wish
but you
you
know what?
yes,
But like they say, we're always a spit image of our mothers, and I think like you're Mary
literally.
Jane and I'm my mom, so I'm sure
You
they're
look
right now in
exactly like
heaven.
your mom. Like literally, it's so funny. And it's so funny because like when I met your mom back in Thanksgiving, she just reminded me of like this angel. Like she was just like so welcoming into her home. Whatever she had to offer, she was just like here, here, here. Like
Yeah,
she made sure that we were fed.
my mom is like that.
Like
My
we had
mom,
so much
I'm
fun.
so glad. I'm so glad you got to meet her. Like
Yes,
my
like
mom was such an amazing
I mean,
person.
despite everything that happened that one night with your car and
Oh
everything,
my god, that was such
let's
a
not get into
That's for
that.
that's for a different
But like
storytelling.
your family was just so welcoming and like even like your sister and your brother, like they're such amazing people. And I find it so crazy that like a lot of people don't realize that like being being in someone that like how do I say it? Like someone older and like being able to be in their life and learn from them because I mean in reality that's what we did. We learned from our parents, you know, and then the younger generation are learning from us now. We're no longer those people learning, we're the one teaching. So like it's
Mm.
like I mean granted this is a whole different conversation that we should have on a different podcast, but I mean people can be really like they they don't know how to show love or how to be there for someone, and it's just like because everyone's so glued to their phone and their tablets and they forget about what really matters, and what really
Exactly,
matters
and I
are the
think
little things.
is the littlest things matters, and I think family. Um, I know, cause I mean, I have all different types of friends. I've had
And
friends that
family.
don't have, yeah, I don't have any friends that, I mean, I have friends that some of them grew out with their parents, without
Yeah,
parents, and and it's really important. Like now, like I know we have one friend that we have a mutual friend. We
yeah,
won't say names, but we do have a mutual friend. Um, I remember a few weeks ago we had like somewhat got into it, and he had mentioned he's like, y'all are my family. This is the only family I have.
yeah, no,
And
like
and I've always said this. One thing about our community, being part of the LGBT community, is that we get to pick our family and
no,
choose.
for sure, like
Some of us are not lucky enough to have our biological family,
yep,
but we create our family.
yep, I'm
And that is what I love about our community. And I think nowadays it's not just in the LGBT community. I've seen it with people from the heterosexual like
yeah,
community. They get to pick and choose their family because
exactly.
sometimes blood is not always thicker.
No, blood is not always thicker. And you know what? And that's sad because you would think that someone that you share something with, something so strong like blood, because blood is blood.
Yeah.
That's how your body
It generate
runs. It
yeah.
generates, you know, your energy and everything. But for someone that's supposed to be your family, say horrible things or do horrible things to you, that's not right. And it's
Yeah.
like growing up, I mean, granted, my mom was the black sheep of the family. So it was always like everything my mom did, it's like the family always had something to say about it. My mom wanted to further her education, they had something to say about it. My mom,
Yep.
not trying to put my mom's business out there, but you know, my mom was the other woman and ended up getting pregnant. And that's how she had me. And it's like she was shunned because, oh, why are you sleeping with the married man? You know, it's like things happen, situations
Yeah.
happen. Granted, you know, do I wish the situation for my mom would have been different? Yes, but then I wouldn't have been born.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for the way things happened, and I'm grateful for my sperm donor. And I mean, I'm here. I'm alive,
Yeah, that's an important thing.
And I think
And
that's what's important. I'm gonna take what my mom taught me and all the values
oh,
and
yeah, thunder.
ugh, thunder. I feel
But
that
yes, I
thunder.
think definitely and awesome. Like going back into like the recipe, I think that is something that you can later pass on to your kids
Exactly. And I
and
think
to
that's what
your
I
like, and
wanted.
that's gonna be amazing because you get to the one day. And I think what your next project should be
Tell me.
is to recreate a recipe of you and your mom's favorites, and leave that to one day you have something you left behind.
No, just admit it. You want the recipe
Well,
book. Go
that's
for
it.
everything.
For
She's like,
rain.
just live right here.
Make sure you leave it on my house.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we're on to the next
Okay.
question. This one is really cool. I feel like we all have a theme song. So
Okay.
which song would you choose as your personal theme song?
Ooh, my personal theme song, straight up. Honestly, Genie in a Bottle by Christina Aguilera. I don't
Yes.
know why, but ever since I was a little kid, I swore I was that bitch. I was that bitch.
Oh, that is
But
funny.
that is probably one of my go-to songs whenever like I'm feeling down, I need some energy, or just to hype me up. Like literally that song is like my hype song.
I love that. I think for
Yes.
me, my theme song.
Straight up, you a hood bitch.
I'm
You
not.
a hood
No,
bitch.
I'm
Wanna be a
not.
baller. No, I'm just kidding.
Whatever. Damn. What would my theme song? I think
You
right
know, let's take it back.
now I
What's
need to.
Danity's theme song?
Oh, Danny. Oh, we did not speak of Danny. Just kidding. So for y'all to know, back then I used to do drag, and my drag name back then was Danity. Danny played a huge role in my life. That bitch was my alter ego.
Still
She
is.
is the reason why I am who I am now. I've discovered my identity.
Okay.
For your people who don't know, I am a Latina trans woman.
Period.
Danity was my scapegoat in creating myself now. Like
Okay.
she going doing drag was the way I found my self identity. And Danny played a huge role. Like she was my alter ego. My favorite performing back then was Rihanna. Rihanna was the queen
Okay,
and
of
still
course.
is. I think right now, I think in this life,
Okay.
my if I could describe my theme song, it would be Disturbia. I think my life right now is so crazy.
From
It's
recent.
like from recent like things, not just from my personal, and as
Yeah, for
many
sure.
y'all know, I did lose my mom back in March. So, I was really the past few like 2 months, or the past 2 months since my parents' death anniversary was like on the 27th.
Yeah.
um I really was just going like through so many roller coaster emotions,
No, and
and
they're valid.
Disturbia was literally like that's how I felt. Like I felt
Yeah.
so trapped in like that. I felt trapped in that time zone when the day that I lost my parents. So I've been like in a roller coaster. I'm not afraid to admit it. We're human. We go
Yeah.
through things, and for once, like I couldn't be my own advocate. I was feeling so trapped, and it was making it very hard for me. And now I am seeking a counselor.
Yeah.
I think she's amazing. Um, and that's because
And I'm on Peep Fit Therapy on
after
Alamo
therapy.
Ranch, 1604.
Yes, Julia.
Julia.
I have no problem. But I think for me, like Disturbia right now is my theme song because my life is
Definitely.
still a roller coaster.
But you know what? You've overcome so much in these 2 months, Rain. Like, a lot of people don't know, but I was there the morning that she got the news of her parents. And, you know, for someone like me that has lost someone and had to handle it alone, and being able to be there for somebody, like, that just shows, like, I know that I've come a long way. And
And I
I know
appreciate
you've come a
that.
long way. You literally have come. I'll be honest with you, and this is getting super deep about it, but you were stronger than me. You definitely had more strength than I was. I was in college when all this happened, so I was able to be distracted. I had to distract myself. So I started getting more involved in school, and then at one point I stopped. and I started getting involved with my relationship. And I started making my relationship
Your safe zone.
my safe zone. And we went through a lot of obstacles, a lot of obstacles. There were a lot of nights where things got bad, but it's what made me who I am today. The strength that I have. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I am the strongest person because I'm not. I'm still weak. I still have a lot to learn.
But you know
But
what? But also, you are strong because obviously you're here today still.
yeah,
So you did make it that path. Just because
I did.
we went through different like we go through different paths. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
sometimes our weakness mixes our strength. And you know, there's something that
Agreed.
I learned in the past 2 months about myself was it is okay to be not okay.
Yeah,
And I was always a type that I had to
to
be
be okay.
strong.
Yeah, no.
And because I've never been the one to ask for help. I never been the
Yeah.
one to ask for help.
Well, especially people, I mean, well, the people don't know your backstory, but as someone that does, it's just like, girl, your whole life you fought. You fought for who you were and who you wanted to be. And it's like that is something that I personally admire about you.
Oh, well, thank you. I
Because I
appreciate
mean, at
that.
the end of the day, like it takes fucking guts to do what you do. I'm sorry, but at the end of the fucking day, because there are people out there, and I'm sorry if I'm cursing so much, but the fact is there are ugly people out there that hate who you are and what you've become, but don't even know who you are and how you became.
Yeah. And you know what? And for the ones that like people out there that don't like me for their own personal reasons, I have nothing but love. I
Exactly.
don't like my inboxes, my DMs, whatever they're open to. I'm open to talk to the ones who don't like me and don't have their own personal, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not like my mother has taught me is to love everybody, even if the ones that hurt you.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It is more you have it is more strength and more um how do you say it? I can't remember the words my mom used to use, but she it was very empowering to like still love people. Like I don't hold hate in my heart. I hate the only thing I don't think I do hate is when people justify or use things in a way to be evil and ugly.
Yeah.
That is what it's characters. But
No.
honestly, I don't have time for hate in my life
No, you
because I
have
feel like if
so
I carry
much.
hate in me, it's gonna make me miserable. And I rather spread love than hate. So I guess this is like, yeah, I think that's why like Disturb It right now is my theme song, which I love that song by the way, because I
Yeah.
performed that song years ago. It was a beast.
I totally
So
I think I would have to agree. Totally agree.
Disturbia, like Rihanna, queen, you are my queen. You're my second queen, because my first queen is my mother.
Of course.
Just say so here we're going on to our next and final question. Um let me see. Hold on. I know I had a really good one.
Ask
Uh,
away.
oh, okay. If this is our final one, so I don't know, this might make an emotional one, but
It's
I think
okay.
this would be a really cool one to do.
Okay.
If you were a character in a movie, what role would you play?
You know, I probably no, I take that back. I would be. I would be Birdie. Birdie is a character from my favorite movie and Hope Floats. If y'all don't even know who that is, Hope Floats, Sandra Bullock. That's my movie. But in the movie, her best friend takes her on to a TV show to tell her that she's sleeping with her husband, but she doesn't want to hurt her because she loves her best friend.
Hmm.
But she took her on national TV to tell her, "I'm sleeping with your
Oh my
husband."
God, that's horrible.
And so Birdie basically packed up her daughter and moved back to Texas, where she's from the small little town. And I grew up in a small town. And I don't know, I just connect so much with her and her character that I know that I could really girl, you got me, girl. Like, I connect with her so well just because I've been in that situation. I've been cheated on. I've been hurt. I've I've lost so much in a relationship. I lost myself. I mean, a lot of things that have
Yes.
happened in my marriage, and it was horrible. But I don't know. Something in me just feels that like there is someone else out there. Someone that's gonna that's gonna do me right. And
So, guys, so he is single. He is currently single. So, this is the opportunity.
I want to find my Justin. That's the character who she falls in love with in the
Aw.
movie.
I'm sure
And
you will. You'll find
he was a
him.
childhood friend in the movie, and he always had a crush on Birdie, but Birdie was the captain of the cheer squad. She fell in love with the quarterback, and they fell in love, got married, and moved away, had a baby, and then he cheats on her.
Oh.
And it's just like, I don't know. I kind of want to go back to my roots, and I don't know. There's someone in my past that I would love to rekindle. And
Do we have
honestly,
a name?
yeah, his name is Wyatt. After my
Okay.
divorce, I ran away and I left Texas and I went to Oregon. And it was probably the best thing I ever did because I met Wyatt. And it's so crazy because no one's going to believe me, but I met him in such the most weirdest way. So, okay, how we have HEB and Walmart here, like those type of grocery stores.
Uh,
Over there, they have Winco and like Fred Meyer and places like that. And I was at Winco, which was down the street from my apartment, getting some groceries. And it just so happened that we kept running into each other in the aisles. And just by the fourth time, he was just like,
do you want my number? Do
exactly.
you want to hook up? I just.
No hookups, girl. He was really a sweetheart.
Aw.
We started talking
It's
and
all a fairy tale movie with Sophia.
literally,
I wish
and
I
it
could brand someone like that at the grocery store.
and it's so crazy because he actually lived two apartment complexes down
Oh
from
my
my
god,
apartment
that's so
complex.
we love
And he was
that.
in the military and
We love a good military guy.
6'7" girl. 6'7" with my 5'4"
I'm
ass.
currently looking for military men.
With benefits.
I don't know about that, but
She's like, I got good insurance where I work at.
I got good health insurance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blue Cross Blue Shield, shout out.
I'm dead. But that's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Awesome. I like that. I think it's something definitely you never know. Sometimes going back to like childhood, like you do miss those. As growing up in
Oh,
adult,
for sure.
like you look at the people that ever were interesting, you're like, damn, why didn't I give that guy a chance? I'm like, God
Exactly.
damn, I was an idiot. I was over here chasing over here,
Hmm.
Mr. Baywatch over here, and I was like,
When you
God
could have had
damn.
over here Mr. Tech Guy, you know what I
I
mean?
know, like, damn. I should I've been in that spot too, where I freaking like, God damn, why didn't I give this one a chance?
Exactly.
And but it's crazy. I guess for my character, who I would choose, I love X-Men. Anybody who knows me, I love
Well,
X-Men. I
yeah.
love Jean Grey. I think she is very powerful. She loves hard.
Yes.
And she is the person like she is one mutant that she she sacrifices so much for the
No,
people
she
she
does.
loves. And I see myself a lot and throughout my life and my advocacy work that I do, and I've always been the type of person to put others before me. And
Definitely.
I think that's why I connect with the Dark Phoenix, her
Okay.
dark side so
Yeah.
much, is that I want to protect everybody who's around me, and I'm willing to like sacrifice my own happiness to
Yeah.
make sure others. And she is very, but you know what? She's very powerful.
She is.
I
She's
think when
very.
people sacrifice a lot for themselves, makes them a very powerful person, makes them somebody not to be reckoned with. And Dark Phoenix is one of my all-time favorite characters
Yeah.
because my life is just like Jean Grey
Yeah.
and the Dark Phoenix, and I think it's a lot of like self-discovery of myself, of who I am, that I'm getting to learn like a lot more than I thought that I didn't know about myself,
Yeah.
especially with this whole after my parents passing.
Yeah.
It's really, I'm rethinking a lot of my choices and things that I'm going through in life, and be like, for once, I do have to be the Dark Phoenix, but in a positive way. In a
Definitely.
positive way where I need to put myself first. And I think if Jean Grey would have put herself first, she probably wouldn't have been so dark. And I think I want to like rewrite my story of Jean Grey, and that's by putting myself first and being the Phoenix. And that's why, like, Unfiltered Wings, that's why
Yeah.
I chose the Phoenix as my logo.
Yeah.
When I had Levi, shout out to Levi, he is my artist for my logo
Love
of
it.
the last re-edit of Unfiltered Wings. um I wanted to embrace the Phoenix because from the beginning the Phoenix was always a symbol of
Yeah.
for me. And that's why when I created Unfiltered Wings and I had them redo the logo, I wanted the Phoenix because the original logo had the Phoenix, but it had a woman too. So when Mario was alive, Mario created that one. It's
Hmm.
the Phoenix with the crescent moon and the woman coming out with tattoo hand, which represented me. And I wanted to keep that with the Phoenix because going back to the character, it always tied down to me of who I am as a person. And I think that's why, like, it was the Phoenix amazing.
I agree.
But I know we're running out of time. We do. So I guess before we sign off, so Ramey, thank you for being my first guest
Of
on my
course. And
podcast.
thank you
I'm
for
excited for
having
this to come
me.
out because it's so
Yes.
fun.
And these are going to be like the dark, dark ones where like, I feel like as you continue, I would love to come back on and like we could talk
Oh, of
more.
course, we're gonna have group sessions
Of
later. We're
course.
definitely gonna have
Definitely.
group sessions. I think it's gonna be
Honestly,
fun.
I think this podcast itself, let's call it a pause. Because you need to finish the interviews today, honey. And
Call it
I
a
know a
pause.
lot of people at
Oh,
work
this.
that would
We're gonna have
love to
fun
interview
later.
today.
But for today, this is for this because this is the first session. So this is
Yes.
one first complete interview. So I'll be uploading this later, and I think it's gonna be really fun to have you as my first one.
Yes.
And I would, Rain, before we sign off,
Yes.
where can people follow you and reach you?
You can follow me on Instagram. It is gonna be RAYYYMEEE. And that's Ramey at Instagram. And then my Snapchat is Ramey RAMEY 0613.
Anything he posts out there, guys, I am not associated with.
She's
Just
the
my
one taking the
disclosure.
photos.
I'm just kidding. Well, Ramey, thank you so much
Well,
for
thank you
being
for
on
having me
Unfiltered
today,
Beauty
Rain.
today. It was a pleasure, a fun.
The pleasure is all mine, honey.
And now we gotta go start our day job.
Let's go start our day job.
All right, guys. Well, this
Have a
is
good
Rain
night.
with Unfiltered Beauty, and I will see you on the next one.
Period.